Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT review, the official guide. If you do not have this book, buy it immediately. You will find it at mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 171, problem solving, number 146. Let's take a look at it. It says, if x is between 0 and 4, x is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 4, which means x is allowed to be as low as 0 and as high as 4, but nothing more than that. And y, we are told, is less than less than 12. That's all. The only condition on y is that it has to be less than 12. That's all. And there is no lower limit on it. It could be anything. It could be negative 20 million if you want. The question simply is, which of the following cannot, and they capitalize the word cannot, which of the following cannot be the value of x times y? Let's take a look at it. The very first one is A, which says negative 2. The question is, can x time y be negative 2? Well, why not? If x were 1 and y were negative 2, we can have x times y equal to negative 2. See, y is negative 2. Since there is no limit on y could be as low as anything you want. There are millions of possibilities. This is just one possibility. They don't even tell you here. They just tell you that x is between 0 and 4 and the y is less than 12. There are millions of possibilities because they don't tell you they can be decimal, they could be anything. Negative, could be anything. So this x times y can be negative 2. A is not the answer. Let's take a look at B. B says, let me write it a little bit differently here. X times y, can it be negative 2? To which the answer is yes. X could be, as I told you a little while ago, could be 1, y could be negative 2, and that would work. 0. Can x times y be 0? Well, let's take a look. Can x times y be 0? The answer is yes, of course. It will be 0 if either x or y equals 0. Since x is allowed to be 0, if x were 0, x times y, regardless of what y is, x 0 times y would be 0. Or if y is 0, since y is less than 12 is all we are told, y could be 0. Or they could both be 0, who knows? If either or both are equal to 0, if either x or y or both are equal to 0, then x times y would be 0. So that's not it. Let's take a see. Which means that x times y could be 0. And the question is, which of the following cannot be the value of the x times y? The value x times y could be 0. And therefore it's not the answer. Now the next question is, could x times y be 6? Could x times y be 6? Let's take a look. Well, why not? X could be 2, y could be 3. Very simple. Or could be anything for that matter. X could be 2, y could be 3. So that's not it. Let's look at D. 24. I'm just giving you one example. There are millions of possibilities where x times y could be 6 under these constraints. Could be anything, because even they could even be fractions, so there are unlimited possibilities. What about x times y? Well, could be anything. It could be 3 times, x could be 3, y could be 8, or x could be 4, y could be 6, or 3 and 8, could be anything. So that is possible. Again, there are many possibilities there. Let's take a look at E. Could x times y equal 48? Well, let's take a look. Well, we know that the highest value that x can be is 4. That is the highest value that x can be. If that were the case, well, what would y have to be? What would y have to be in order to be 48? Y would have to be 12. Because 12 times 4 is 48. Is that possible? The answer, of course, is no. It's not possible because the only way x times y could be 48 is when x is as high as possible, which is 4. In which case, that is the highest x can be. That's the upper limit on x. Even in that case, the y would have to be 12, but we are told that y is less than 12. Since y is less than 12, since y has to be less than 12, this is not possible. This is the answer. X times y cannot be 12. The answer is E. It cannot be 12. Because in order for that to be 12, in order for x times y to be 48, y would have to be 12, and y is not allowed to be 12. Y has to be less than 12. And that's the end of it. I hope you found this helpful. If you wish to purchase my DVDs, where I show you the solutions to all the math problems in this book, there are 250 of them altogether, 400 problems altogether, 250 problem solving questions, about 150 data sufficiency questions, and I have solutions to all the problems if you wish to acquire them, or if you wish to hire my services for personal private tutoring. I'm in Connecticut. In either case, go to my website at www.prep4gmat.com and send me an email. Alright? Thank you.